All right, Virginia Tech and Florida State. Next up, we've got Florida State 24.5 home favorites, 53 being the total in this game. I think Florida State's one of those teams when I see them in these kind of point spread ranges against a team they have the capability of just crushing and dominating. I don't know if I'm going to bet on them, and I don't know if I'm going to bet against them because we did also see the Boston College game does stand out that, they kind of sleepwalking through that game, and they barely won it. There's always that worry that can happen here because you would think Virginia Tech, you should have focus, but it's not the same Virginia Tech team that inspires that, incredible effort or focus or, we really, really got to zone in on Virginia Tech now because Virginia Tech's been down for the last few years. But Florida State does have the capability of running this team over. And I know Virginia Tech, I actually took them against Pitt because I'm anti-Pitt, and Virginia Tech won 38-21. But let's also not forget what happened to Virginia Tech before that game. Losing to Purdue at home, bad loss. Blown out at Rutgers, not a good performance. Losing to Marshall as well, 24-17. Not what you want to see here from Virginia Tech. And I think Florida State at home, and I worry about that pass rush going up against, if it is Grant Wells, and look, he's questionable right now, ankle injury. He didn't play against Pitt and hasn't played really since the Purdue game. So they've had to go with Chiron.
Keep him off. Yeah.
I'd say keep him off.
Amen.
Keep him off. He actually played well, Chiron Drones, I thought, against Pittsburgh last week. That's part of the reason I like Virginia Tech. To me, this is, again, people going nuts about a quarterback injury. He's not a great quarterback, Grant Wells. When has he ever been a good quarterback? We're the poster childs, the Conor and I, for screaming from the top of our lungs that the guy's not really that good, Grant Wells. So it was just funny to see them betting Pitt because Drones was playing last week. And sure enough, I got a good number with Va Tech, and I said they're better with Drones. So we'll see. Actually, I'm more interested in laying the points with Florida State if Wells comes back, honestly, in this game against Florida State. But as of now, probably not a game I'm going to be betting. What do you think here, C-Mac?
Yeah, I'm probably not going to get involved. Florida State, probably well rested off the bye. Maybe look at their team total. I still think they can get theirs in the end in this game. I can't make much out of this Virginia Tech defense, especially playing a team like Florida State. Florida State's done plenty. I think, if you take their team total and don't lay it, and their games have gone over at home. They just cruised over whoever they're playing. Seems like they gets into the 60s. And even these games against Virginia Tech the last few years have gone over.
I am a little concerned about the secondary for Florida State because that's the one area where I've seen them gashed a little bit. Boston College hit them in the passing game a little bit. Klubnik did for a period.
Yeah, can Drones, if he's in, score some points?
Yeah. But up front, they're stout. With Jared Verse and that defensive line and all the pass rush, they're pretty good against the run. The secondary is their one area of weakness, if there is one, on that Florida State defense. Can Drones exploit? It's the question.